Hi Leo, welcome to July 2017. This is a dynamic month and it is a strong time for Leos. The North Node entered Leo in May and it is in this harmonious energy flow with Uranus in Aries, your sister sign, Saturn in Sagittarius, your other sister sign, and so this is a very strong time for Leos. And it is about success, it is about overcoming obstacles, and this energy is all about empowering you to meet the challenges that you may have been dealing with, and it is incredibly exciting here for you. Now, the first couple of weeks in July, are going to be a bit intense, and that's because Mars is in Cancer opposing Pluto in Capricorn. That goes exact on July 2nd, and it's activated during the Capricorn full moon on July 8th and 9th, and then the Sun will T-square Jupiter and Pluto July 5th through the 9th. So you have the Sun and Mars opposing opposing Pluto and the Moon in Capricorn, all being T-squared by Jupiter. And so, this is an energy that is going to be, creating chaos in the world with some people, groups. Even we'll continue to see acts of violence. On the good part of it is it can give you tremendous energy to get things done. Mars opposed Pluto can give you the energy to get things done. Now, for you, it brings the action to your life-work balance. Cancer is 12 signs from you. So it is a time for you before your birthday cycle that comes here on the 22nd, is to really rest and recharge your batteries and do things that are very strengthening spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. It's a great energy for working out. It's a great energy for focusing on your health. The full moon falls in that area of your health habits, your work habits, your diet, your psychological diet. And so with the full moon here in this area of well-being, you want to be, first couple of weeks leading up to your birthday, really just, taking time for yourself, taking time and doing things that empower your health, empower your well-being. Stay out of the drama. Don't create drama, because this Mars-Pluto energy is very explosive. And when we're in the cycle of Cancer, people can be very much emotionally reactive. Some people like to stir the pot and to create trouble. And, people can be acting out of negative emotions, and, it can be really, crazy making. And so the important thing is to stay calm, and take good care of yourself and not, be around people that aren't balanced or are potentially troublesome. And so, there could be something that comes up, full moons bring things to completion, so there could be something that's brought to your attention in regards to your health, in regards to a work situation that you need to address. Maybe there's something you need to change. Maybe something has been going on at work that you haven't, hasn't come to full awareness yet. And then the Capricorn full moon brings it to your awareness. Okay, I need to change this policy, or I need to change, how I work here, or I need to change the hours, or I need to change the days, or there's something that you're going to be changing around the full moon, and it's appropriate. and the sun is involved, and the sun is your ruling planet. So whenever anything activates the sun, you feel it. But for you, the sun is behind the scenes, so it's really what's going on behind the scenes as well. And there could be, for some of you, some situation where something's going on behind the scenes, and then it's brought to your attention. Oh, so-and-so's been stirring the pot, or so-and-so's been causing trouble. So somebody could have been causing trouble here, and then it's brought to your attention at the time of the full moon. And, focus on solutions. Don't focus on the problem. When we focus on problems, we make them bigger. Focus on solutions. Label the behavior rather than the person, right? I don't like when so-and-so does this, right? This is not appropriate behavior. This is gossip. This is, not true. And I don't want to be involved in things that are not helpful. And so this is the time for you to clean that up, clear that out, so that you're getting ready for your birthday cycle. Mars enters Leo on the 20th, and that's really good, because with Mars in Leo, that's going to give you energy, it's going to give you drive, it's going to give you passion, it's going to empower you to get things done. It's all about finding new ways of expressing yourself. And then the sun enters Leo on the 22nd, and then you have the Leo new moon on the 23rd, and there's going to be 2 new moons in Leo. We have this first one on July 23rd, and then the next one on August 21st will be a total solar eclipse in Leo, and the first one in 100 years that is moving through the United States. So this eclipse is going right through the United States. And, if you Google it, you can see it. You can see, because people are starting to put pictures up of the eclipse pathway through the United States. People from all over the world are going to be coming here to see this eclipse on August 21st. And, of course, I'll be talking a lot about it in July and August. And it's very exciting. Now, this new moon in Leo is right at the beginning. It's not even 1 degree. It's at 44 minutes, so it's right at the beginning. And what's really interesting is Uranus is squaring this new moon, because Uranus is at almost 29 degrees Aries at the time of the Leo new moon, and he's loosely squaring the new moon in Leo. And and so this is about new beginnings. This is about being original. This is about being authentic. Aries, brings the action to, your beliefs, your truth, your spirituality, your higher consciousness. And, it is about the power of the individual. Mars is the ambassador to Uranus, because Uranus is in Aries and Mars rules Aries, but Mars is in Leo. And so this is incredibly dynamic, and it's all about, really coming from that authentic, true self. And with Mars and Leo at this time, this is the birth of the new king. Leo is royalty. And with Mars and Leo, this is about raising the male vibration on the planet, raising up the men and empowering them to live from their God self. As we have been in this cycle for a very long time now of goddess energy, and it's been about the goddess vibration. And so now it's like the goddess is now getting her male. She's getting the male that can match her. And this is a sign of it here at this Leo new moon, with the sun and the moon coupled together with Mars and Leo. Mercury is in Leo too. The North Node is in Leo. This is a lot of firepower happening. And of course, it is all about you, Leo, because it's in your sign. And so, you're going to be feeling really appreciative and grateful for all the good things happening with you this year, next year, and you're going to be feeling really generous here in July and August about, you know, how well off you are, how well you're doing. And so be generous with you, and then that way you can be generous with others. Make sure you're filling your own cup first so that you can be generous with other people. And that's what the Cancer and Capricorn full moon is wanting you to do, is to focus on you and your life-work balance and your health and well-being and vitality, so that when everything kicks into Leo, you're ready to go and you're ready to receive all of the blessings that life is coming, you know, that are coming your way. You know, you're feeling that life is beautiful, and that your life is beautiful, and you're grateful for who you are, and you're grateful for all that you've overcome and all the challenges and obstacles that you've overcome. And now you're, you know, really feeling empowered and able to meet any challenge that comes your way. And that's exciting. That is, you know, amazing. And so, you know, this is a powerful time for you. And the stars are aligning for you here in August and July, this latter part of July going into August, with all these planets lining up in Leo, and of course with Mars coupling with the new moon and the sun. The sun is your ruling planet. You're really going to feel tremendous energy to start a new project, start something new. This is an energy for new beginnings, new you, the new life, the new job, the new relationship, the new business opportunity, going to school, anything that your heart desires. Leo rules the heart. And it's all about coming from the heart. It's all about coming from your authentic self and following your heart, being true to your heart, being true to who you are. And this new moon is bringing, you know, increased self-confidence. You know, it's going to give you a very strong ego to stand up for yourself. And it can give you an increase in physical energy to accomplish great things. Now, one of the challenges you got to watch out for is being too aggressive or argumentative, because it can go over the top. And being too controlling of other people is the dark side of Leo. So you want to be the god and goddess, queen and king of your universe, but you want to allow everyone else to do it their way, even if they're not doing it right. It's okay. It's okay. You want to focus on you and how you can be living your best life and feeling your best self, feeling strong, feeling healthy, feeling alive and energized and excited about all of the new opportunities that are moving into your life now. So Uranus wants to liberate you and free you from the routines and self-imposed limitations. Where have you denied your authentic nature to avoid rejection? Where have you been playing a role rather than being your authentic self? This is the test now. The North Node is in Leo. It is about being who you really are. And it's more important that you're giving self-approval and self-validation rather than getting it from others. Yes, we want it from others, of course we do, but it doesn't mean as much unless it comes from you, unless you're giving it to you. And that's the message here. And it's really being hit home here. You're getting 2 new moons. That definitely means something. And a total solar eclipse in your sign. And I'll talk a lot more about that next month, because that's when it's happening. But you can feel it in July. Eclipses are so powerful. We're already in the energy. You're feeling it in May. You're feeling it in June. You're feeling it in July. It goes exact in August, and it'll still be around all of September and part of October, and then it will start to fade, but then it picks right up again in February, because then the eclipses are back in Leo and Aquarius in February 2018. So the energy's around. And it's all about being appreciative for all the universe is giving you and thankful for all that you've achieved and accomplished, and being true to who you really are. That even Leos can be, not as authentic as they could be if they're concerned about being rejected by others, right? And so, I see this a lot, not so much with Leo clients, but many clients who don't let themselves be authentic and express what they really feel and think because they're afraid of others' disapproval. Well, that's not going to work in this energy, because this grand fire trine with Saturn in Sagittarius, Uranus in Aries, and the North Node in Leo is all about being authentic and being original and building new structures around who you really are, knowing yourself, knowing what works for you, and building the structures around that so that you are receiving the prosperity, the love, the abundance, the well-being that's rightfully yours. And so you're feeling really awesome here in July going into August. Really thankful for all the blessings, all of the prosperity, all of the love, all of the abundance, and it's on. So for those of you open for love, anything can happen, because you have, Saturn trining into your Leo planets, and Uranus trining into your Leo planets, forming this grand fire trine with Leo, and you have such a big focus there. Now you have Mars in Leo, and so Mars is men, and so, it can be brought right to you. For those of you open for love, it can be brought right to you, and that's, why you want to be in the good vibration, the good energy, the good positivity, because love can show up at your doorstep, and you want to be ready for the love that is showing up for you. And for those of you coupled, this is a wonderful energy to be, happy in the love, sharing the love, available for the love, and, just building new structures around your relationship, romance, and, doing things together, traveling together, going out together, socializing. It's the time for alliances. Jupiter is in Libra, and it's about forming really good alliances with those people that are good for you, and good for you as a couple, so it's like coupling with other couples and forming wonderful alliances. And I'll talk more about that next month too, in regards to Jupiter in Libra is very supportive of you. It sextiles any planet you have in Leo, and that is opportunity, and it makes you able to move out into the world effortlessly and easily be received in the community, be received into the larger community, and have wonderful relationships with people, wonderful relationships with other like and light-minded folks that you just love and want to be with. So be generous with you and be generous with others, because that's just going to draw to you more abundance and love. And, spiritually, you're being lifted up, and the universe is saying, be true to yourself, be authentic, be original, be the leader you were born to be the leader that you are, and all will fall into place, all will happen exactly the way it needs to. How is your health? That full moon is going to bring to conscious awareness, whatever we need to improve and do so that you are living your best life and feeling great. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing, and Google Plus-ing my videos. Leo, you're rocking awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock! And if you would like for me to take a detailed look at your astrology, it's very easy. The link is below in the Show More section. It's also up in the cards. It's very easy. You go to my astrology page, you purchase your session. Upon checkout, you get the link to my schedule, and we're working together. So until next time, Leo, it's amazing. It's all happening. It is a showstopper. And you're just going to be feeling the love, and you're going to be feeling very grateful and appreciative for all the beauty in your life. And it's amazing.